Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Silani Sim. I hope you're having a wonderfully sunny and blessed day. I'm so excited because we are doing a new Let's Play. It's a Strangerville Let's Play, if you hadn't already been able to guess. And I'm really excited about this one. I actually did a whole gameplay of Strangerville back last year and completed it, but I'm really glad to be revisiting this game pack again. I did a survey over the weekend, a little poll that I put on YouTube, and just was trying to see what you guys would be interested in seeing, and Strangerville won that poll, but don't worry, I plan on doing this often, like posting a little survey anytime I complete a Let's Play, just because I think it's a fun way to interact with you guys and see what this little growing community on here wants to see out of this channel. So if you missed the poll, that's okay. There'll definitely be more in the future. But yeah, so I'm so excited. I really like the Strangerville game pack. If I remember correctly, it is loosely inspired by Stranger Things. I've not really seen much of Stranger Things. I saw seasons 1 and 2, so around the time that they came out, but I don't use Netflix. I don't have like a subscription to Netflix. I don't watch it, but I remember watching those 2 seasons and I really enjoyed it. I don't know how the show is now, but I did like it, and I think that this game pack is loosely inspired by shows like Stranger Things, X-Files. I would even venture to say maybe like Twin Peaks, if you guys have ever seen that. Just the sort of like spooky, kind of eerie, but also like there's a layer of like comedy to it as well, I think, because I don't know, I don't want to spoil it for anybody in case you guys don't have this pack or you've not actually completed the whole game pack. So yeah, but I'm trying to get a little bit more organized when it comes to doing my Let's Plays and creating like a solid story lore behind each of the Let's Plays, so that I'm not just playing through the aspiration to get it done, but that there's some I don't know, like lore building that is intriguing and keeps not just you guys entertained, but also like me entertained, because it's also important that you're enjoying the process. And I think creating like a story behind the Let's Play is always really fun. So anyway, I'm going to give you guys a little synopsis of this Let's Play, and I'm calling this Let's Play A Little Strange. That's the title of this Let's Play. It's called A Little Strange, a Strangerville Let's Play. But anyway, here's the synopsis that I kind of wrote down, the story behind why we're here, what we're doing, and then I'll introduce you guys to the cast and crew as well. Okay, so when Dr. Jensen Stone and his teenage daughter Frankie moved from sunny Oasis Springs to the eerie desert town of Strangerville, they were expecting a quiet, fresh start. But things in this dusty little town aren't what they seem. While Dr. Stone has taken a top-secret role at the local lab, Frankie struggles to adjust until she befriends a group of local teens who all agree that something is very wrong in Strangerville. The group, Frankie, Christie Sigworth, whose tough military mom is starting to act very unlike herself, Victoria Roswell, Strangerville's mayor's daughter that has a lot of questions and suspicions behind the new laboratory that her dad just built, and Jet Cahill, whose pilot father crash-landed here after a mysterious flash of light, form a club called the Conspirators. Together, they begin to unravel the town's secrets, investigating the possessed townfolk, strange military activity, and cryptic notes that Frankie finds from her father. What's really happening in Strangerville? And can these teens uncover the truth before it's too late? So yeah, that's the little synopsis of the story. But just to run down, I guess, like the main cast and crew, I'm going to position it around 4 teens, but the main teen, like the star of the show, is Frankie Stone. And I guess kind of her dad, but not really. Frankie Stone is a teen girl. Her aspiration is the Strangerville mystery. And just to preface this, all 4 of those teens have the same aspiration. So they all have the same aspiration to solve the mystery that is lurking in Strangerville. But anyway, she has the paranoid trait, the cringe trait, fear of fire, which is, I was playing with her off screen, there was a fire. This usually always happens for me, so it's nothing new. And she also has the home turf aspiration, which is a trait, which is an aspiration trait from the Strangerville mystery aspiration that she has. Sorry, that's a mouthful. She also has some CC traits, which is just jester. And then for the other 3 teens, we have Christie Sigworth, who, if you don't know, is the daughter to Jess Sigworth and Dylan Sigworth. These are townies that come with the Strangerville pack. Her traits are clumsy and socially awkward. I just thought that those would be really cute traits for her. And then for, Victoria Roswell, she is the daughter to Ted Roswell and Meredith Roswell. Ted is supposed to be, I guess, in the Strangerville lore, the mayor of Strangerville. So she's a little snooty, she's a little, but I think she does have good intentions with trying to figure out what's going on and why her dad's acting so weird, but she's a squeamish and mean sim. And then, Jet Cahill is the son to George Cahill, who is the pilot that lives in the plane crash. That it's his son. Didn't come with children. Neither did the Roswells. Neither one of them came with children, and this is just for story lore. Yeah, you get it. Anyway, he's self-assured and he is shady. This is a newer trait that came with the businesses and hobbies, but I thought it would be fun to add to one of the Sims. But yeah, so that's the gang, and I think we'll just hop right in to Frankie's little world, meet her, maybe pal around with the teens as well, and yeah, we'll start this Let's Play. Alright, so we are currently at the Stone residence. I did not build this. I actually got this off the gallery. I think that this was made by Jessica Pie YT or Jessie Pie YT. I'm so sorry, I don't remember, but I just did like a few color changes to, actually a lot of color changes to it, to kind of fit like Frankie and her dad, but mostly Frankie. I've said this before, and I know I reiterate like a lot of things, but I usually like to color code my Sims from time to time, like just put pops of colors that symbolize that Sim. And for this like Let's Play, Frankie is very much yellow. So like a lot of her fits have pops of yellow in it. The whole house is very yellow as well. And I think I want to say that for Victoria is purple, Christie is like blue and black, and then Jet is red. So yeah, that's kind of I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all probably don't even care, but I'm just throwing that out there. So yeah, this is their house. It's currently almost 4 p.m. sim time. I've already had her come back from school. She's doing her homework right now. I did some like off game play with them before, which is how the fire started, and which is now how our girl has a fear of fire. But really quick, I do want to give you a little tour of the house because, like I read to you guys in the sort of story synopsis for this Let's Play, they're still kind of new to the area. So, like, and it's just her and her dad, and I kind of imagine her dad is like the forgetful kind of sort, in like an endearing way. Like she basically is taking care of her dad because he's kind of like the very smart but forgetful scientist kind of guy. And so I think for him, unpacking a lot of their belongings is just not a priority. So, um, if we go into the house, and this is a very big house, there's a little bit more like room in here, but I did knock out some of the walls just because it was a little overwhelming. It was a lot of space for just two Sims, but where they live, well, I guess I should show you this too before. I don't know if y'all have ever come up here before, but when I played this game pack like last year, it was during when I was attempting the Globetrotter challenge. I never actually came up here to this part of Strangerville. And originally, by the way, none of these builds are original. I'm just saying, EA could never. But I got these off of the gallery and just to kind of fit with the aesthetic. The houses that were up here were all these Victorian style homes, which, in my mind, geographically speaking, Oasis Springs, Strangerville, and Chestnut Ridge are all within the same geographic location. And I don't know, I don't feel like these Victorian style houses would be here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the types of houses that should be here are similar to those that you find in Oasis Springs, or at the very least, the kind that you find in Chestnut Ridge, not these very ornate, very lavish, like Victorian, Edwardian, Queen Anne style homes. I don't see that for here, but I don't know. Another thing too is I love how this area has like this little subdivision, like gateway entrance. It's almost like, well, I guess you would be coming from here because you're coming off the main road. So you drive up here, check in or whatever with the security guard, and then you go to your house. But even the style of this is very, I don't know, is it southwestern? Is that what I'm thinking? I don't know. It's very Arizonian, right? And like, none of these houses, even before I placed the Victorian style homes, scream like that vibe. So I don't know. But this is this area here on the map, and I thought it was so beautiful because you can see all of these great looking canyons, and you can also see the bridge. So this is essentially like the entrance to coming in Strangerville. Like if you're coming into Strangerville, there's the welcome sign, and then there's this small little bridge outside of the town, which we'll go into town a little bit later. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. And then sometimes right here, maybe we'll catch it, but sometimes there's a news van that parks right here in this area. And I don't know, it looks like they're listening for something because it'll have these like beams coming off of like the satellite. You can't get to this area, unfortunately. It's like a no boundary or no crossing. I'm no walking. Your sim can't get here, okay? So unfortunately that sucks, but I thought that was so cute. When I was looking around the lots, I noticed that. But yeah, so Frankie and her dad live here. Oh my. Oh gosh. They're already coming for us. But she lives here. The mayor of Strangerville lives in this green Victorian house with his wife and daughter, Victoria, who is also kind of friends with Frankie. I mean, she's got to want to chat with Victoria, which I think is nice. They're in the same club together, so that's good. All right, I'm going to show you guys around the house really quick before we get into gameplay. I've just sort of accepted the fact that I am one of those simmer people who take a very long time with their videos, and my videos are not going to be a cute little 20 to 30 minutes long. It's probably going to be somewhere between 30 plus, you know, like 30 minutes to an hour. And that's just, it is what it is. So this is room number 1. I've got some boxes in here, nothing spectacular, nothing great. There's a restroom here. Yes, love to see it. There's nothing in there, it's just dead space. But in here is like their living room. This wallpaper, this beautiful 70s-ish wallpaper is CC. It's from a winged llama, as is most of the furniture that you see in here. This is very much so giving, like I wish she wasn't in here, because like, let me just move her really quick. I'm so sorry, Frankie dear, but please go away. Go there. There's something about this space that's very liminal, and I don't know about you guys, but I love liminal space. Like, I'm not one to be into like horror or anything like that. I don't like horror. I don't enjoy it. I don't like super scary stuff. But I do like to read and watch videos on like analog horror, and the back room stuff is like some of my favorite stuff to read about or like to watch videos about. And there's just something, maybe it's the yellow wallpaper and the carpet, I don't know, but there's something about it that feels very liminal, and I kind of purposely did that, and I'm kind of here for it. I think they're forever going to stay like in the moved in phase. Do you know what I mean? Like there's still always going to be boxes here where they've just not quite unpacked everything. But yeah, so that's the living space. Some dead space here, like maybe a more formal area for reading or something, I don't know. And then in here is the dad's office. So if you come through here, this is the dad's office, which is pretty much completely furnished. Like there's nothing really else to be added. It's completely furnished for the most part. And then if you come out of the office, there's Frankie. We have a beautiful spacious kitchen. Some of the appliances are again by a winged llama. I love to see it. And then if you go through here, this is just like the dining space. I did mismatched chairs because I thought it would be so cute, and I thought it would be very, I don't know, I think it would be like something her dad would have done. Like he's not one to have like matching furniture, so I think he would have gotten those at like garage sales or something, and just was like, okay, we've got dining chairs, that's all we need, we're fine, it's good, whatever. And then upstairs again we get to the landing up here, and just beautiful dead space. Like look at that. I don't know what it is about like just the absence of something like in corners of rooms, like unoccupied. I don't know, I love it. I love it a lot. There's something very comforting about it. I don't know what it is, but it just, I don't know. I don't know. It sounds kind of strange though, as I'm saying this out loud, like loving dead space. No. Okay, and so then this is her bedroom. It looks really nice in the sunlight. I don't think that my OBS really does the game justice. I don't have reshade, but I do have a lighting mod called Sunblind in my game, as well as a few like small touches of like lighting mods. And I don't know, it always looks so nice. But when I watch the footage, it just doesn't translate very well. So it is what it is. But this is her bedroom. This is one of her school projects that she just did with her dad. And yeah, I love her little old computer and her little, I don't know, teen accoutrements. We've got a little alien. I don't know what that is. It's cute though. A lava lamp. And then when we come back out, this is just a bathroom as well. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at navigating through these things. I'm so sorry. And then if you come through here, just another empty room. Again, they've not moved in fully, so they just have extra space. And then, of course, this last bedroom is her father's. Again, some boxes and suitcases, signifying that he's not completely moved in. Beautiful bedroom set. This is CC. I think it's max 20. Yeah, very spacious bedroom. And then he has his own ensuite here. So looks very nice. And he has a bathtub that he can look out and see the beautiful canyons of Strangerville. Love to see it. So yeah, that's pretty much the house tour. Nothing much else going on. Her dad currently is at work. And I think what we'll do is I had her last night make tacos. I think she might have some leftovers. I'm going to have her grab some, and what we'll do is we will reconvene with the club members so that you guys can meet them as well in town. We'll go to town and chill out with them. I did put some new lots that don't come with Strangerville because, to be honest, the original builds are really rough. They're really, really rough, in my opinion, for the town. They're just a little awkward. So I did some gallery hunting and I found some better builds that I've put in, and we'll go to a cafe, hang out, meet our friends, and then try to get some things done with our aspiration, our Strangerville mystery aspiration. I did have one thing completed, but I kind of did that by accident when I was playing with them the day before. And when I say the day before, I'm literally meaning in game. Like I just played with them like probably an hour before I started recording. So I'm just talking about in game. I played with them on Monday. But anyway, I'm gonna have her eat something because she's hungry, fill up her needs a little bit, and then we will meet the rest of her crew. She's so cute. She's so cute. Okay, so we just made it to the little cafe here in town. This build was originally by Alchime, which I've shown one of their builds before, but I think it was edited by another creator. Let me see, it's this one here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but there you go. You've got the original creator and the one who did the edits to it. I did take out a little bit of some stuff because I don't like a lot of clutter in my builds. I know, I'm so sorry, but it was a lot more detailed and it looked really great, and I think it still looks great even taking out a few things. But yeah, this is just sort of your little run-of-the-mill grungy cafe slash gas station that I think fits the Strangerville aesthetic. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, we got the crew here. Jet is in the bathroom, I think just checking himself out, vibing. And yeah, we've got, let's see, Victoria is over here in the midst of all of these people, and then we have Christie too. I almost missed her. This is Christie. This is Jess and Dylan Sigworth's daughter, and I think she is the spitting image, as we say in the South, of her mother. She looks very much like her mom. Victoria looks like her mother as well, Meredith Roswell, and I'm so sorry. The navigation is not navigating. Jet doesn't look a thing like his dad. He just doesn't. But he's quite handsome. At least I think so. And I'm not saying that just because I created him. But anyway, that's the gang. I think we'll try to get some. We'll order a coffee for her really quick. Let's do a macchiato. That sounds good. We'll do a macchiato. And yeah, I think this would be a good time to try to knock out some things on their list. Who's this? For a second, I thought this was Bob and Eliza, and then I was thinking, this is not Bob and Eliza, because I never get to see them in any of my saves, and I actually like them. I don't know, I think their little dynamic is interesting. Oh, also, I should mention this. The whole point of this Let's Play is to do just a fun little, teen sort of mystery Let's Play. We're just having a good time. But our girl Frankie finds Jet to be very attractive. I mean, I can't blame her, but I don't think that that's a great pick because I really didn't intend for him to be a love interest. Originally, I wanted to do an all-girls, an all-girls little mystery squad. But I didn't do that because my previous Let's Play had 2 girls in it, and I didn't want to leave the other gender out, okay? So I was just like, okay, I'll put a guy in there, whatever. And in my brain, I was thinking, well, Jet and Victoria feel like they would be that couple. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, she's very attracted to him. Don't know why. She doesn't even know all of his traits yet, so it'd be like that. I think we'll go ahead and talk to him about Strangerville. Maybe since they are technically in a group gathering, a club gathering, maybe they're just swapping some stories that they've already heard throughout the week, even though we're only on Tuesday. Maybe they're just chit-chatting about some new news. Oh, looks like it says the local bar is known to have military personnel winding down after a long day on the base. I wonder if they'll still come here, because this is not a bar. This is very much a cafe. So I wonder, did I mess that up by putting this here? What is that? What is she wearing? Is she about to rob the place? Why is she dressed like that? It's interesting. That's very interesting. I've never seen anyone dressed like that before. She looks like she just worked a freaking 12-hour shift at a steel mill. Anyway, I hope I didn't mess that up because I don't actually see any military personnel here, and he's right. Usually the military personnel will congregate at the bar. So maybe I should let me just change this lot to a bar and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I've not seen any military personnel come in yet, but Mr. Roswell is here, and this is Victoria's father. I did do a bit of a makeover on him, a big makeover on him. He doesn't look anything like what he used to, but maybe we should introduce ourselves to her dad. I mean, technically we are neighbors, so maybe we could talk to him about Strangerville too, because he is the one that helped sanction the new secret lab building where her father works, so it makes sense for her to be chatting it up with the mayor, because her dad is a leading scientist there. Oh, looks like we got a notification from him too. Some insider info, if you will. Have you been noticing those bizarre plants popping up around town? You best keep your distance from them. The local scientists have been running tests on them. Yeah, well, her dad is a local scientist, so we already know this. We actually have one growing like right outside our yard. So, yeah, that's fun. Anyway, I'm not seeing any military personnel, so I think what we'll do is, oh, is his shop open? Is it? Is he here? Yes, he is. Okay. Let's talk to Erwin. Erwin is probably, I don't have too many favorite townies. I mean, I just mentioned Bob and Eliza, but I think everybody likes Bob and Eliza. But Erwin is like one of my favorite townies. I genuinely think he is so cute. And I don't know, I feel like this character is such a, I don't know, I think it's a staple character that you find in a lot of science fiction-y films or like thriller films where you have that one guy that's the conspiracy theorist and nobody believes him until they believe him. I don't know. I don't think, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think he's a teenager, but he does look like a teen. Oh, okay, we got another pop-up. It says the local library is known to have scientists researching the Strangerville archives. I wonder what they are looking for. I do want to see if we could get maybe some clothing from him. So let's buy clothing. I do want to get a tinfoil hat, so we'll buy a tinfoil hat. Wait, buy and wear a tinfoil hat. Okay. I don't know if it'll work. Oh, it did! Okay. Wait, I wanted a silver one. Oh, and it took her ponytail away. Well, that's okay. I also want to get a shirt, so buy curio items. And I do want us to be friends with Erwin too. Okay. Simonati. That's everything. That's so funny. It says question everything. Lone Road. Where will it take you? Where will you go? Why are we here? I kind of do want to fortune telling for goofballs. Oh, this is cute. 7,000 tips and tricks to truly believe you are an effective fortune teller. Okay. I don't know. I do want to get a poster. We'll get this one. And then I also want to get a shirt. Wait, I think it's just gonna pop up the same inventory. But that's not what I want. I wanna buy a shirt, buddy. There we go. Buy clothing. Buy and wear a novelty t-shirt. I think it randomly gives you one too. I don't know if you can pick it or not. You might. Oh, here comes Jet. Yeah, which one did we get? Because I like his. Because it's yellow, right? But I could always change it. I can always change it in Cass. Yeah, I don't like this one. It's okay, it's okay. Let's just show him our new fit. What's he doing? Just running? Let's, friendly. Let's talk about interests. Yes, spout memes. She is a cringy sim, so we gotta do it. Oh, she's getting tired.
Var pasa. Arvani shobshim zubar. Yorid jasapapaniru.
He's probably like, what? Girl. He said, I'm just trying to get home. He lives over here. He's like, okay, that was great. I gotta go now. I think we'll go ahead and end the little gathering. Because it's starting to get really late. It's almost her bedtime. It's almost past her bedtime. I don't even think her dad would give her a curfew. I really don't. I don't see him being that type of parent. But I do think he expects her to not push it. So yeah, I still don't see any military personnel here. I hope I didn't mess that up by they're still in here. I hope I didn't mess that up by like, oh, there is. Okay. Wait, let's talk to them about Strangerville really quick. Oh, Jet came back. Wait, wasn't she possessed earlier? Wasn't she walking around our house earlier? What are you doing here? Oh, look, they're teasing each other. They're so cute. I think Victoria, actually, I think they're all really pretty girls, but I think Victoria's really, like, she's got that very, like, 80s look. I dressed her in some CC that is inspired by Stranger Things. Frankie also has some outfits that are inspired by Stranger Things too, but I think Victoria's really cute. Okay, so we got some information from this military officer. It says, there's nothing interesting at the secret lab in the crater, especially not in the basement. Don't bother going there. Alright. Good to know. Let's, I don't think we can do any other talking. Let's see where we're at now. Oh, wow. So we've already talked to 5 Sims about Strangerville, and we've already bought some things from the Curio Shop. I forgot that that was even a thing. I just wanted to get some novelty items. Next is that we need to examine the sealed door at the secret lab, but we're going to wait to do that because, like I said, she's got to get home. She's very tired. And it is a school night, so we need to go home ASAP. We're gonna get her home and changed because her dad would probably be like, what the heck are you wearing? We've talked about this. There's nothing going on. Don't put your nose in things that you shouldn't. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. He knows, but he doesn't know that she knows that he knows. Wait, you know what I mean. It's currently almost, I think 7. Yeah, it's almost 7 a.m. sim time. Little Frankie is not doing so well. She's very hungry. So I'm going to have her make some breakfast for her and her dad. Like I said before, I imagine that her dad, since he's a single guy, I imagine that she sort of takes care of them both when it comes to things like this. So she's making breakfast for them both. He's still sleeping in a little bit. And, oh, it looks like we've got a couple of moodlets for her. It says, Pyro No, from recalling your first fire. I know, I'm so sorry, girl. Sure, there was a recent fire here, but it's not like there'd be another one so soon. No way, for sure. Not a chance. And then she does have a puberty moodlet. She's hungry. She likes how well the place is decorated. Thank you. I think it looks good too. And let's see, another puberty moodlet growing out of control. Frankie found out her hair follicles have gone through a growth spurt. If she doesn't get under control, her hair is going to become a battleground of tangled and matted hair. No, it's not. It's gonna be fine, I promise. I don't like that moodlet. I get it, but I don't like it. She, I hope, does this well. I think she's making eggs and toast. I don't know. How do you guys make your toast? Because I usually make grilled cheese like this. Toast usually goes in a toaster, but I don't know. Who am I to judge? They always be making it in a pan. And then I guess that's the eggs. I don't know. But yeah, she's just making some breakfast for them both. I think after I have them, or have her go to school, I don't think that I'm gonna follow her to school because I'll be honest, I don't want to. But I think in this Let's Play, I may follow him to his job. He's a scientist. And it would be kind of fun to like take a peek at the scientist career, the live career. I haven't done that in a very, very long time. So I may do that, not in this episode though. But once Frankie gets back, wait, did she have a chance to eat? Okay, she's still eating. It's actually time for her to leave right now, but I want to make sure she gets fed. What does this say? Chat with Jet. Okay. Well, we just did that last night, sweetie, so... and you're eating food right now. Okay. But yeah, I think what we'll do once we get her back from high school and her, you know, day finished with that, I think we're gonna meet back up with our friends, and maybe try to head to the secret lab today. I don't know. I don't want to speed through this, so I think instead, I kind of want to save that for the next episode. I think instead what we'll do is head to the library that's in town. We'll meet back up with our friends at the library, and I don't know, I think it would be kind of fun to hang out at Christie's place because Christie and her parents live in town. Like, they live right in town. And also, aside from Frankie, hers is the most like furnished, as far as like interesting to look at. I have not done a single thing with the Roswell's house over there. It's completely empty. There's nothing in there. They don't even have bathrooms. They are living like squatters essentially. And then Jet's home is furnished. I did furnish his place with his dad. I just added an extra room because if you remember, his dad George lives in like an underground bunker situation, but I don't think that the girls would want to go there. I'm so sorry, but that just it's strange. You don't want to do that. So we're not going to Jet's house, but I think going to Christie's will be fine. And I'm just admiring I'm just admiring this. There's just something about the wallpaper and like this open space. I don't know. This probably is like one of my favorite houses that I've decorated recently. It really is. So before we get into the library, it is by Prodzi Pusik. I don't know. This is the person if you want to use this particular library for your Strangerville Let's Play. I think it looks beautiful. I think it fits the aesthetic really nicely in the town because this is very much like a I don't know, I mean, you know, it's just a small town. This it reminds me, Copperdale is probably a really close second to like my hometown, well, at least the hometown I live in now, but this also reminds me of a lot of southern towns as well, or just like even my area, these very small clustered together buildings that, you know, have been there since, I don't know, like the early 1900s, maybe even earlier. They just, I don't know. I love this though. I like this. I forget how nice like Strangerville is as far as just the vibe. Just the vibe. It's really nice. It really is. And like the oil rigs out in the field too is really nice. It's just a really good touch, I think. I love it. Anyway, we are at the library. I figured this would probably be a good spot for them to go ahead and maybe work on some schoolwork together. Maybe I should set that up as like one of their activities in their club. Let's see. Social? No, kids activity. Do homework. And well, you could also do a couple of social interactions too. Might as well. Be friendly. Be funny. Yes. Love it. Okay. Yeah, let's come in here and maybe do some homework. Sit together. Someone left a book out. Okay. But yeah, we could do some homework. Do homework together. Yeah. So this is a photo of one of the plants. I had already taken this, like Monday, sim time Monday, when I was just playing with her and her dad. Completely forgot though that it does contribute to their, aspiration tasks, so it is what it is. Oh, hello. But yeah, that's, if you're wondering what was that, it's like, yeah, evidence or a sample or something of, for the plant. Oh, there's Christie. Oh, Christie doesn't have anywhere to sit. Okay, she's gonna sit at the computer. That's fine. Look, they're all doing their studies. I got a animation override for reading for actually a couple different things. I'm really excited to see how they look in game because I've actually not seen them since I've downloaded them. I did a lot of prepping for this Let's Play, and this was one of those things that I added. It's by Simkatu. I hope I'm saying that right. Simkatu. But they do like a lot of overrides, animation overrides for things, as well as like other custom content. So that's what this is, because they don't usually sit like this. This looks much more comfortable for reading than how they were sitting previously. I mean, just saying. Looks like Christie is... What's she doing? Oh, is she helping this girl? She is. Mickey, you're not from here, girl. You don't... She's from Komarebi. Why are you here? In Strangerville? That's crazy. Did your parents know you're here? She's not from here. Anyway, Frankie is feeling real playful because I had her try to not be in a bad mood. So I had her do like a cringe. I think it's like embrace the cringe or something. She has a want to spread the cringe, and it says spread the cringe from cringe trait. There's something delightful about embarrassment that comes from cringe. Frankie wants everyone to experience that feeling. Okay. Maybe we could do that to Vic. No, let's do that to Jet because she has a want to chat to him anyway. So let's see. Friendly. There are so many interactions. That sometimes it's really difficult just to pin down the one that you actually want. What the heck? Funny? Maybe? Silly behavior? No? Design. We don't want to do that. But I do want to, just... Okay. Here we go. Spout memes. Good golly, it took forever to find that. Is this a librarian? She's cute. What is she doing? Is she helping us with our homework? Well, thank you, but we don't need your help. Stranger. Okay, put this down. Tell him some memes. What is she doing? Where are you going? Why did you come over here? Hard worker, easy friend. Looks like Frankie just befriended a hardworking sim. Hardworking sim is not afraid to put in a bit of work to improve their life or achieve their ambitions, but often seek perfection in both their career and their home. In terms of sim preferences, would you say that Frankie likes hardworking sims? Sure, why not? I don't know who the hardworking sim is, though. I don't think that Jet is hardworking. He might be. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't even him. Maybe it was, the librarian. Who knows? Here we go. Just doing the memes. I love this trait. I think it's so funny. He's like, girl, not again, not with this. He said, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Okay, well, they both seem to enjoy that, so that's good. I kind of see Frankie, though, closer to Christie. I don't know why. That was kind of my intention when I created Christie, was that she and Frankie were probably closer in friendship than she would be with the other two. Because you gotta remember, Frankie is technically new to the town, so she took a minute to kind of adjust, I would assume, to like the school and everything, and like kind of fitting in. And so I feel like Christie would have been the first one to sort of extend the olive branch and be like, welcome to Strangerville. You know what I mean? And she would have been receptive of that. And then the other two just kind of became friends with them. Frankie is going through a phase. Frankie is feeling distant and will prefer to be alone for a while. Girl, we don't have time for that. I'm so sorry. We've got things we've got to do. Girl, I think now that they're finished, I think that they're done with their homework. Do homework? Okay, they're not. I'm gonna have them finish up their homework, and then once they've done that, I might have them go ahead and... No, I don't want to skip ahead, because this is technically the next thing that we're supposed to do. So I think we'll have them head over to Christie's house, which is just across the way, and we'll do a little tour of her house, and then I think we'll just have the teens, hang out at her place, and we'll call it a video. This is more of like an introduction to the Let's Play than anything else. And then in the next episode, we'll carry on. But yes, we'll head over to Christie's house. We made it over to the Sigworth residence. This was also a gallery find, but I did heavily edit it with just like my own style. This is also Mrs. Sigworth, so this is Jess, Christie's mama. She is the military lady. I mean, you could definitely tell by how tough and confident she's walking up in here, but look at how much her and her daughter look alike. They look so alike. I thought that was really cute. But anyway, this is their home. I went for a very like army green look. There's a lot of green throughout their house aside from Christie's room. Christie's room is very different in comparison to the house, which was intentional. But yeah, I wanted to do like an army sort of color. Looking at this now though, this would have been perfect. A perfect house like theme for my current series, the Very Veggie Legacy challenge, because I'm still in the broccoli generation. And but no, this is the Sigworth residence. So let's do a little tour of the place really quick, because I think it's worth seeing, because I think that we'll probably be visiting this residence frequently. Well, not too frequently, but you know. So a lot of the CC is by a winged llama. You'll probably notice that I really only have like a few CC creators in my game, and a winged llama and max 20 is the go-tos. So this is like the office space slash I'd probably say like more formal living room, I guess, of their home. It's very cute. When you go into the entranceway, they've got their little shoes and other things. Through here, if you know, you know, there are some houses that the dining area, or what's supposed to be, meant for the dining area, has carpet in it. It's a very dated thing, but I thought that would fit this house wonderfully. So we have the dining area here, the more traditional living room space here. This last door, excuse me, sir, this is her father, Dylan Sigworth. But this is just a little half bath here, nothing too fancy. And then if you go through here, we have the kitchen, which I love these cabinets. This is such a throwback to like some of like the cabinets that I had in my childhood, in one of my childhood homes, because I moved a little frequently, but this was one of them, and I loved those cabinets in that house. I just thought it had a lot of character. But this is the kitchen space. I will go outside too, since we're right here. You go out the door. We've got a card playing table, some chairs with a fire pit. They do a lot of gardening here. They are a gardening family. And then we have this garage, detached garage / shed. There's really nothing in there other than like a workbench, or I'm sorry, woodworking bench. And I think a flower arrangement table. I don't know. But if we go, let's see, we'll go upstairs really quick. Oh my gosh, we're in the roof. We're in the roof, guys. I'm so sorry. But if we go upstairs, we have a very tiny landing. If you go through this door here, these are the Mr. and Mrs. room. Yeah, it's very basic. I didn't do too much decorating in here. I mean, it's cute, And then they've got their own ensuite bathroom. Very nice, very nice. And then when you come back out to the landing, the second bedroom in the house would be for Christie, and so this is her room. Oh my god, she's asleep. Why are you sleeping? You've got company. Okay, she's tuckered. So this is her room. Like I said, it's a lot different than the space surrounding her, which was very intentional. It just feels more like a teen room, but also it feels more like Christie. It's very blue and stuff. I think it's her way of rejecting the army life, I guess, that her mom has. I think she admires her mom a lot, but I think that she is not interested in that lifestyle, which, you know what, fair enough. And I think this blue is sort of, I don't know, I think it suits her very well in contrast to the very green and very dated look of the rest of the house. But then there's one more spot, and that is the basement. I love this basement. I think it's so cozy. I just think it's so nice. But yeah, they do have like a listening device system, which will come in handy later. I think this is more of Christie's doing than anything else, because she knows something's up. But I also think her mom may have some personal things to do with work in this cabinet here. And so I think for her mom probably thinks, oh, this is just some weird phase or whatever. Like, she's never really going to figure out what's going on here, right? Like, that's what her mom's thinking. We all know that's what her mom's thinking. But yeah, there's just some little odds and ends, things that you would find in a basement, old gaming console. I may have them come down here and play that. Laundry room. I don't know what this space is. When I put this in, this was already here, but I do know in certain older homes and basements, this is so creepy, but in some basements in older homes, there is like a dirt, almost like a root cellar but sometimes it's not a root cellar. Sometimes it's just additional space within the house. Going back to, if you guys remember when I said, oh, I love like liminal space, I love like dead space and backroom stuff and yada yada yada. I had Frankie get a bowl of chips because she was starving. Um, let's actually have them come down and play some video games. I think that would be really nice. Can they do it together? Yeah. Go for it. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, in addition to like that sort of stuff, I also really like watching urban exploration. And so a lot of the older homes, when they go exploring, if they do happen upon a basement that's still intact and not flooded, there's usually some space like that that is just complete earth, like dug out earth that you could, fit through. And it's a little creepy because it's like, why is that there? Why is it there? But it's there. And they've got one. So yeah, they're just enjoying some video games together. I love it. And I love that she's the one that came down here first. Like I said, I think that they're the closest. She's so cute. Love to see it. Alright guys, I think we're going to call it video. I'm really excited about this Let's Play. I know I keep saying that, but it is the truth. This was just kind of like a soft intro, like a little, not a teaser, but just like an appetizer of the series, just for you guys to meet Frankie, her friends, her dad, and yeah, I'm really excited to get into it. The next episode, we'll go to the secret lab and see what's going on over there. But yes, if you like this video, let me know. Give it a little cheeky like. If you don't like it, that's fine too. Let me know, okay? But yeah, if you guys have played the Strangerville game pack, let me know what you think about it. I'd love to read your comments on what you think about it. But anyway, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day.